Taylor Swift sells 1.1 million copies the first week out. Bro,
it's insane.
No one is doing this. And the wild thing is that the last person to do this was Taylor Swift back in 2017. Yep. And even in 2017, I would have told you, dude, no one is fucking doing this. So your initial reaction when you just see these fucking colossal numbers that she's putting out.
Honestly, I'm not too surprised. I know she, like, her name is so massive at this point.
Powerful, bro. Yeah, powerful.
She's just like a super, super popular songwriter, vocalist, you name it. And she's had such a large fan base for such a long time. I can't say I'm surprised. More than I am impressed that she's able to do this. I didn't even realize she had done it before. But the fact that she's done it twice, I'm extra impressed.
Twice in this day and age where I feel like everyone thought or thinks that streaming is the only way you'll ever get people to even interact with your music, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. And as far as like why, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I definitely don't relate to her music, but I feel like her music is a combination of relatable, catchy, and I guess substantive to a degree. Like, it's not cookie cutter, but it's popular and catchy enough to draw people in.
Right. It's cookie cutter for her. I think she definitely knows a formula how to make songs catchy for her base.
Right. But even when I hear it, it's like part of me is like, oh, she's one of the only people that could or is doing this at this level.
Sure.
And of course it helps to be, you know, a white female within the industry in terms of having a broad appeal to the masses like that. I won't chalk up her entire success to that, but I think that does play a role into it. But
it can't hurt.
Yeah, it can't hurt. But songwriting ability, I think, is undeniable. And yeah, obviously she has some diehard fans as well. And she's been through some shit, apparently, like within the industry and stuff. So I think that adds to the feel of the fans, like wanting her to succeed and wanting to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, with the whole Scooter Braun situation.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if this album was that, but apparently like she's been putting out just re-releases of her music to like own her masters again. You know what I mean? Like, because I think Scooter Braun owned a lot of the original masters.
Right.
So she just, I don't know if it was this particular
like
album.
Like re-recording it or like?
Re-recording it.
Yeah. I think I heard something like that.
Re-recording it, making, I think, slight changes. So this will just, you know, give her the rights again and have her own her music. But dude, what I think was most impressive, especially like, dude, think back to like 2 years ago, dude, when you and I were talking about certain artists. I mean, we can say names. I think Nav is still well respected in hip hop. But dude, think to the lengths he was going to get his numbers up. Remember? It was like, if you buy a t-shirt, it counts as an album sale. And it's like, no, bro, that shouldn't count as a fucking album sale. That counts as me buying merch, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the fact, I think the shit that was most shocking to me and just shows, like, bro, like, if you do have that diehard fan base, they'll do whatever you say to support. Bro, that 900,000 actual physical copies of her album were sold is crazy to me, bro.
I did not know that, but that's
900,000. And I think 200,000 of that to like 300 was like vinyl copies. Like, people just wanted to have the vinyl, because I guess like the vinyl market is booming right now. So artists are using vinyl as another way to, you know, push the album. But again, Drake, bro, and we love Drake, and we love some Bad Bunny. Bro, these dudes did crazy streaming numbers, but bro, these shits didn't come close to this. Like, that's the scary part, but like, just like phenomenal part of this is like, bro, how the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, like if Drake can't do this, but again, I wonder, like, in hip hop, there's just like a notion of like, bro, these guys aren't gonna go buy albums. Just don't. Because I think, dude, Kendrick didn't even put out a physical version of his album. You know what I mean? Like, which is odd. So I wonder, like, there's just like a notion like hip hop and R&B, like these guys, like, we're just not gonna support and go to a store to buy it. So just put it on all the streaming platforms. But yeah, dude, the fact that almost 1 million of those copies were physical is crazy, bro. Because I haven't, dude, I've never gone to a store in the last, bro, I think the last physical album I bought was the Watch the Throne, Ye and Jay-Z album. And bro, that was like 2013, I think. That's the last time, bro. So almost 10 years ago. So the fact that 900,000 people went out in 2022 to buy a fucking physical copy, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, scarcity probably plays a role into it. I feel like a lot of these artists, when they're gone for a long time, that can definitely add to the effect of their comeback. And someone might say, you know, why is that the case with Kendrick or whatever else? But I think with someone like Taylor Swift, there's probably not as much of an abundance of music like that to begin with.
Right.
And it's specific to her and everything. So I feel like that fan base is just waiting for it and makes it like an experience. I can imagine all these fans listening to every single song, having listening parties and all kinds of shit. Whereas for someone like Drake or whatever, not to say that his music isn't worthy of that, but I feel like that casual hip hop fan just, you know, wants a few bangers, you know, play it at a couple parties, and the story kind of ends there. Like they're not feeding into, most people aren't feeding into the image that deeply. Whereas with Taylor Swift, that kind of is everything about it. Like you're not looking for bangers from her album. Like
you're bought into everything.
Yeah, it's like you almost want to buy her diary or her book, like her autobiography or something.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, man. So shout out to her. And I haven't heard 1 second of the album, but
I did actually.
You did?
Spotify, yeah, on the New Music Friday. I did think it was a pretty good song. It was called Anti-Hero.
Okay.
And I don't know, I looked at the lyrics because it's always helpful to get a sense of, you know, what these artists talk about. But it was a pretty clever description of, I guess, depression. And I think a lot of emo fans would probably identify with it. Like, midnights become my afternoons. Like that sounds like some TikTok-y shit that like would resonate with people who are feeling like shit.
Great on TikTok too.
Yeah. So all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. Like when depression works, the graveyard shift. Yeah, it's just like the perfect formula.
But the funny thing is, I haven't even heard this song, but knowing Taylor Swift's music overall, like it's emo-y, but in the most pop way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
not
mean? Like
super dark. Like
it's not super dark because again, she's a beautiful little blonde girl that has like the voice of an angel. So like she can even try to be emo, but it will never be that depressing.
Right. And I don't know, it kind of got me thinking. I feel like Rihanna kind of has a cultish fan base of sorts, and she's been gone for so long. I don't know if she would necessarily do 1 million, but I could see her easily doing, like, if she had a lead up to it, especially like 500K, like I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know, bro. Those numbers seem high. Like again, but it's only because, dude, no one was doing this. It'd be like if we had 3 people this year that did. Dude, no one has done this. Well,
what did Beyonce do when she last dropped?
Like
I think that was a good like barometer. Oh, 300? Okay.
Yeah,
if she only did that, then yeah. That's you.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I don't fucking like it. I think the streaming numbers were crazy, but actual like digital sales or whatever, like those numbers haven't been high this year until now. Like that's why when I saw that number, I was like, I think Academics has this wrong, bro. Like, there's no way this is the actual number. But dude, I went on Rolling Stone and it was, kudos to her. But